Okay. How's it going? How we doing? How we doing on time? Is the mic working this time? The mic stopped working last time. All right, let's see what we can do here. More story.
Sire. We should be ready to leave as soon as the cruisers are done loading.
Very good. Get to your ship. I thought you left for the command station. Everyone is evacuating.
So you are holding on to it.
Until we get to the location. A new vault is being built.
Then let the Slayer guard it.
If what they say is true, then this is a part of our heritage, not the Makers. Valen, are you seeing anything?
No sign of activity, sir. Maybe he didn't survive.
Demonic threat level increasing.
Should we launch the Slayer now? The Sentinels will be overrun.
Then what about us?
Yeah, what about you? He's freaking RoboCop. That's what's so funny. He has memories they're suppressing. Does he eat baby food? It's freaking RoboCop. Great. Uh-oh. He remembers.
Before he kills us all!
It would appear that the Slayer no longer wishes to be detained here.
Shield power down to 35%.
Should we terminate his life functions?
And destroy the Godmaker's prized possession.
34.
So long as he has that tether on him,
33.
we can still have a hand in his fate.
32.
Sound the alarm! Prepare for battle!
King Novik, there is an urgent call from the Creedmaker.
Lord Novik, a large horde is headed toward your position. We are launching the Slayer now. Please send forces immediately to ensure our safety.
Thank you, Bishop Creed.
He will do no such thing.
Sector shield.
Novik, it's a massive
Force. 3 legions worth.
The hangar is blockaded, sire. No one can get in or out.
All Atlas to defensive positions.
Marking the Hellgates now.
Throw the shield at blue energy nodes to activate machines. A machine will stay active as long as the shield is connected to the energy node. Recall the shield to deactivate the machine.
The Creed ship hasn't moved outside the combat zone.
Energy production is down because of the war. This is his district. Khan would have him executed if he left.
Weaponry deployed.
Flail strikes deal additional damage to metal shields and armor. On contact, the flail will also generate damaging blasts that affects nearby enemies. Flail recharges slower than the power gauntlet, parrying hell surge attacks with random melee charge. You can now switch your equipped melee weapon in the dossier at any time. You can also view currently unlocked upgrades and preview upcoming ones. Upgrades for melee weapons such as purchased. It must be purchased at Sentinel Shrine, okay. Hold the line. No. I gotta wake up. You gotta be like alert to play this game, just like Doom Eternal. Starting at 10 p.m. is probably not the best idea, but hey, it's a weekend. Let's see what we got. my shield? Disappeared. Oh, piss off. That was bullshit. Whatever that was, thing came up and pissed me on the cheek and I died. Morale encounters. Feature a leader demon that is shielded until the morale meter is empty. Morale is depleted by killing demons. The more powerful the demon, the more morale meter will deplete. Once the morale meter is empty, the leader's shield goes down, allowing it to be killed. Okay. Oh. I'm not feeling this game at all, man. I just cannot get into it. This is such shit. This level sucks. I feel like every time I play this game, there's 8 tutorials, and I'm trying to remember every single thing since last time. I can't remember half of them, so I can't remember how to take care of guys and blah blah blah. Like, they took too much criticism from Doom Eternal to heart, I think, and overcorrected the other direction. What the fuck is that? Stupid. God, I fucking hate this level. I don't like the weapons in this game. I don't care for the movement. I don't care for the shield. I really don't. The dragon level I played was horrible. The fuck was that? The story elements are trash. This is like just not... It's disappointing. So far. Maybe it picks up later on. but it's real. It's taken a long ass time to get going. Come on, man. I literally just held down the shield button right as that was hitting me, and it didn't count. Okay. Welp. I am horrible at this game. That is the sad fact of it. Okay. Ah. Chain shot. The chain shot fires a dense spherical core that deals damage on contact before being retracted. Hold left mouse to charge up the core, greatly increasing its damage, max range, and speed. Fully charged shots will deal significant damage to metal shields and armor. And what number is that? Tell. 6.
Cache located. Seek out additional stockpiles.
Defensive turrets took some damage. Slayer, we need time to repair them before we can clear a path for the lifeboats.
There are 4 more Hellgates.
Idiot. Damn. Oh, come on. This is fucking trash. Dude, What are you supposed to do against that dude? Holy crap. I have no... Oh my god. I have like no ammo. What the fuck is hitting me? Seriously. This is absolute garbage. Shitty weapons in this game. Don't like that. Nice. I don't even know what to do about it. Hang on. Where's my shield? The fuck is going on in this game? Jesus Christ. Have some consistency here. None of this makes any sense to me. It's the most convoluted, nonsensical fucking combat system I've played in a while. God. God, this game sucks. Alright, I'm done. I'm done. Fuck that game. Done, donezo. Not in the mood tonight. I can't play. I'm tired. You can't play that game and be tired at the same time. It's impossible. So anyway, I'm going to play something else. Probably not on PC. Let me switch over here. Actually, I'm going to shut the PC down. It's too hot in here. Sure, update, whatever you gotta do. Yeah, that game is not made for, like, end of day, I'm tired kind of stuff. It's like, I just woke up, had my 8 Red Bulls, and I'm ready to, like, let's go. And that is just not me right now. I just yawned. Man. I want to see if this actually shuts down. I doubt it does. There's an update. I hit update and shut down. And it usually does not actually shut down. It looks like it did. Oh. Spoke too soon. It rebooted. Update and shut down on Windows means update and reboot over and over and not actually shut down ever. Until you hold down the power. Hello. I just gave up on Doom. I can't play Doom right now. I'm not awake enough. That's one of those games you have to be like alert to play. It's very frustrating otherwise. Gotta be awake, gotta wake up in the morning, have your coffee, jump in and play Doom Dark Ages. Otherwise you just get killed over and over. I am going to fire up my Wii U. Let me see what Reboot. Okay. Let me get this up and running real quick. Be right back. Sure thing. Rebooted. Wii U. No, unfortunately I don't. I'm a dumb American. Is that where you're from? Are you in Russia? Eastern Bloc? Somewhere around there. Ah, Italy. Sorry. Your English is good enough for me to understand that. Let's put it this way, your English is better than my Italian. That's cool. I only speak mediocre English, and that's about it. I'm not very good at language, unfortunately. I took a little French in school. Didn't really stick. I don't really know much French. I don't know that I'm missing that much. Yeah, Wii U. I just got it a week ago, something like that. I used to have one, and it got stolen years ago, and I found this cheap at a store and bought one and said, "Why not?" Let's see what we have here. I'm trying to pair this controller, which is I think this is an 8-bit DOE controller, with the Wii U. Oh, I know why it's not working. It's on 2.4 gigahertz, not Bluetooth. Here we go. Okay, there we go. See? You can actually use PlayStation and other controllers with it too, if you have a special app installed. Kind of interesting. I've said before, Wii U were okay when they were new. Now, you can hack them, and they are much better than they were before. See, wait, what should I play? I'll have all these games. Tropical Freeze is very difficult, but really good. Let me play a little bit of this. Oh, it needs to update. Don't do that. Don't do that. I would take all night. Don't do that. Oh, come on. Nope. Do that later. Ah, well, I'll just play Darksiders. Oh, that's cool. How awesome is that, right? Sorry for your loss, by the way. I just had a grandfather pass as well. It's interesting. The things they leave behind. The things you find. Have you been playing all of them? Or some of them? I don't know how old you are. I'm old enough to know when those were new. I played those as a kid. That's really cool. A Wii U is cool. I'll show you why. This is kind of cool. So with the Wii U, you can play Wii U games. But if you jailbreak it and you do homebrew on it, then you can also play... Obviously, there's a Wii built in, right? It has backward compatibility with the Wii, so you can play Wii U, Wii games. And then if you install homebrew on the Wii part of it... Let me get a controller here. Let me sync this up real quick. Okay, so let me sync this this Wii controller here. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, you're lucky. You're lucky you get to experience all that stuff for the first time. There's some really cool stuff from back in the day that a lot of younger people don't know about or care about, unfortunately. Let's see. Okay, so now I have a Wii controller. You can see right here, right? Okay. So I'm going to tell it just to use the TV because you don't need the gamepad. But I'm going into Wii mode now, and now it becomes a Wii. It is a Wii now. So I can play Wii games now. Come on, Wii U, hurry up. Let's go. There it is. Okay. So this probably looks familiar to you. But now it's just a Wii. And then you can go into Homebrew channel. Yeah, the Wii U is better now than it was when it was new. I'm telling you. And so check this out. If you install this app, WiiFlow, which is what I use. You can also use USB Loader GX. but WeFlow works just as well. I have games on the SD card inside the Wii U, and if it'll go, I don't know if it'll go because I have the hard drive connected. That may freeze it up. Let me just. Let's see. Let's get it. Where are you? Come on. You see it? It lost connection. I might have to restart it. Anyway. Let's go. This is such a weird console, man. The gamepad, obviously was the idea for the Switch, but they couldn't do it yet. You know, they couldn't go wireless completely, so they just gave you like 8 feet of room. You could step back a little bit, but you still had to be in the same room as the console. And then the next one, the Switch, realized the vision completely, right? Like that's what this was supposed to be, I think. Let's see here. Let's try again. And he's gone. Come on, wake up. There we go. So now I've got Wii games pulled up. But also, GameCube games. So you can play GameCube and Wii games on a Wii U as well as Wii U games. And then you can also play all kinds of emulators. So you can do all kinds of stuff with a Wii U that people just... I don't know. I guess people don't care, but it's still pretty cool. You can do a lot with a Wii U now that you could not do back when it was actually on the market. Let's see, what is... Yeah, anyway. I love stuff like this. I love giving old consoles like new purpose, you know? Like a new life, essentially. But yeah, it's pretty neat. And you can play with a PlayStation controller, an Xbox controller, a third-party 8BitDo or RetroBit, whatever you can use on the Wii U to play these games too, which is pretty cool. So like, yeah, it's just so much more flexible now than it was back in the day. And of course, Nintendo tries to shut it down. They try to like stop people from doing this kind of thing. I don't know if you've seen my channel, my YouTube channel that you're on right now. I did a video on Red Steel 2 several years ago. If you're not familiar with Red Steel 2, you should go watch that video at some point. Don't watch it now. But it's a very cool game. Oh, let's see. Yeah, I don't really have a lot of stuff on here right now. This is the other thing you can do. 3DS is another one that you can do a lot with, which is it's like most Nintendo consoles get like they become much more valuable gaming machines when they're not just Nintendo consoles. Come on, wake up. Oh, okay. The controller's having trouble connecting. It wouldn't surprise me if this Wii U dies. The worst part of this Wii U is the controller, the gamepad here. The trigger buttons on the back are sticky. So they're very hard to push down. So I'll have to take it apart and clean it. And that is not... It's not hard. It's just... I don't like doing that. You know? I always lose a screw or something. I was going to show you one other thing. You can do RetroArch. RetroArch, you might be familiar with it, but it's emulation. Super Nintendo, Sega Genesis, or Mega Drive, I guess you'd call it in Europe. Super Famicom. What was the Super NES called in Europe? Was it just Super Nintendo? I don't think I've ever known that. Here you go. RetroArch. And, you know, if you've got ROMs, you can play any one of a number of consoles, which is pretty cool. Let's see. Oh, you got to start the... People have trouble figuring out how RetroArch works. It's not that hard. It's just very intimidating looking. It has a lot of different things inside here that people get confused by. But it's actually pretty easy if you learn. Let's see. Current. Wake up, Wii U. Quit falling asleep on me. Okay, so if I go ROMs, then we've got like, here's every game for Super Nintendo ever made. So if I go to, let's just do Super Mario World. Where are you? There you are. Current. Oh, look at that. So this is confusing. I bet a lot of people get tripped up with this because the controllers on this thing are the gamepad 1 and then anything else is 2. You have to go to controls and then you have to tell controller 2 that it's controller 1. And then you can use it. See, now I can use it. I had to figure that out. I sat here for way too long wondering why I couldn't use a controller. And then I thought about it for a second and I said, wait a minute, controller 2 needs to be controller 1. And then it worked. And I just can't imagine how many people sit there and get confused by that and never figure it out. Let me do something. Okay. I had to change the name of my stream because I'm not playing Doom. Sorry. Sorry for anybody that came expecting Doom. I'm not playing Doom Dark Ages. I played for about an hour and I got absolutely destroyed. And I'm not doing that again. I can't do it. How does this look on stream? Man, I played like 200 hours of Eternal. I played the crap out of that game. I can't get into Dark Ages. It's really different. It's just, I don't know. I think I'm too used to Eternal because I've played Eternal for 5 years now, right? It's been out for 5 years, so like once you get so used to a game. And Eternal wasn't that different from the previous one, 2016. So, you know, it was different, but it wasn't that different. This one feels a lot different to me. It doesn't feel like... I don't know. I have to learn a lot, and I hate learning in a series that I've played for 30 years. It's like, hang on a second. Shouldn't I be one of the people that goes in and knows how to play it already? You know, it's like one of those things. I don't like feeling stupid, in other words. The game makes me feel like an idiot. But, I'm sure I'll get into it. I'll keep trying. It's just... I'm not used to having to try to get into a Doom game. Like, I always just kind of get into it, you know? But it's hard. It's also... It's pretty challenging. I've been playing on ultra-violence difficulty. Maybe I should lower the difficulty. Until I get good at it. I just saw a lot of people say that ultra-violence... I almost said ultraviolet. Ultra-violence is easy. And I'm finding that not to be the case. I also think the tutorials in these games nowadays, a lot of games too, not just Doom, a lot of them have tutorials way too late in the game. Like, they go on forever. They go, like, you're 10 levels in and you're still learning stuff. And I'm like, when do I stop learning and just keep playing? Like, it's just... It used to be like, there was like a 1 or 2 level tutorial. And then you just played the game. And now it's just like, you just keep learning new stuff for 10 hours. It's like... I like going back to these games. So Doom Eternal for me is the first new game I've bought in in about a year and a half since Alan Wake 2. And in the last year and a half I've gone back and I've started playing these types of games much more often. And I think I'm getting to the point where it's starting to leave me behind. The new stuff. I can't keep up with... I don't play online, and I'm not really that good at anything anyway, so like... But like, any sort of social stuff or anything like that, I don't really get, I guess. So, I play a lot of single player, and then I've gone back to the old stuff. It's because it's familiar to me. So I don't know, man. I used to be the guy, like, I'm not going to get a Switch 2. At least not, like, at first. Not for a while. And I didn't get the Switch, I didn't get the first Switch for a while either. But I used to be the guy that, like, bought everything when it came out, you know. I would pre-order and I would go get it immediately. And, I don't think I'm gonna do that this time. Let me go ahead and fix. It's funny that I'm playing this on Wii U because I have a Super Nintendo right here. With this game, I have this game on the real hardware. I could be playing that instead. Anyway, I was just showing you can play all these games on a Wii U. So you basically have, you know, 6, 7 consoles you can play on a Wii U now, as opposed to just Wii U. Like when the Wii U was out on the market, like that was the only thing you could play on it. That and Wii, I guess, but. Look at all these. Wolfenstein 3D emulator. That's kind of interesting. What else we have here? Let's see. Arcade. Atari, Commodore. You can do Quake 2. Yeah, the Genesis Mega Drive is a pretty good one too. Oh, this is kind of neat. Watch this. Let's see if I can get this one to load up on Wii U. So this is a Doom on the 32X. I don't know if you know what the 32X even is, but it's it was an attachment that you plug into a Mega Drive, and you just like plug it into the top of it. And I think they cost $200 brand new. I bought one in 1995, I think. 30 years ago, I bought one for $100. They were getting rid of them because they did so poorly. They sold so poorly that they just decided to get rid of them. So I bought one, and I remember having Doom, and I had a few other games. Anyway, the original version of Doom on 32X is okay. It's not great, but it's not horrible. Some fans over the past couple, 3-4 years or whatever, have started. There's a modding community around the 32X version of Doom, and now there's a version called 32X Resurrection, and it is a completely remade, essentially, version of Doom on 32X, to the point where it is basically, it might be the best console version of Doom available now. Like, it's pretty incredible. If you see the original version and then you see this, it's like night and day. It's insane. But I love stuff like that where they take a bad situation and then make it like way better, or, you know, improve it somehow just because they're bored and they want to do that. I guess I don't know how that came about, but and they actually, you can go on eBay here in the United States, at least. You can go on eBay, which is an auction site, and you can buy custom-made cartridges that you can actually plug into the real hardware with this version of the game on it and play it on real hardware, which is wild. That is crazy to me. And this is, look at this, join game. You can actually play over the internet, I'm pretty sure. I know you can play over a network, multiplayer. But I think it has online multiplayer too. I'm not positive about that, but I think it does. And the original absolutely did not have that kind of multiplayer, at least. I mean, I know it doesn't look like much. This game used to be one of the best looking games of all time. at one point, if you can believe it. There was a time where Doom looked cutting edge and amazing. And now it looks hilariously bad. But like... Wish I had the original version. I don't think I do. I could show you what the original looked like compared to this. It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy how much they got out of the actual hardware. But I love it. I love stuff like that. I'm sorry. I didn't even see your reply. My bad. Oh, Game Pass is pretty cool, honestly. Yeah. It's different too because so Game Pass is changing how people view games, I think. It's changed how people think of games. Like when I was a kid, we got like a game or two a year maybe. Like our parents would buy our games for us, right? I'm sure yours did too. And we'd get like a couple of games. But because we didn't have something like Game Pass, we played the crap out of the games. We played them into the ground. Even if they were bad, we played them all the time, you know, because that's all we had. Or we would rent them. We had rental stores back in the day where we could go rent them. And let me fix this real quick. Oh, it's fixed. Okay, never mind then. It just looks off on my TV, I guess. The thing was though that like nowadays, because stuff like Game Pass is around, like you don't have to play all the way through the game. You don't have to beat it. You don't have to play it because there's so much other stuff you could be playing instead. Who cares? So like it has way less value to the people playing it nowadays than when we were kids, honestly, right? Like it's a different world now, obviously. But Game Pass, I like it, but it does cheapen games, I think. It makes them like easier to dismiss. I played a lot of Doom today. I'm playing this and Dark Ages. I played this on Saturn earlier, Sega Saturn. Same thing, actually. The exact same thing I just told you happened to this version of the game. There's a competition going on right now. I don't remember the specifics of the competition, but basically a modder. The Sega Saturn version of Doom is horrible. Like, very, very bad. Very bad. Unplayable, actually. It runs at like 2 frames a second. It's very bad. And so a modder, as part of a contest in the past, I think this is in the past like year, because the fix for it, he basically decided he was going to try to fix the game, and he released a patch for the game I think about 3 weeks ago, and it really makes a difference. It makes it a completely different game, basically. It's very playable now, and it looks pretty good, and it plays really well. And I was playing that earlier today. I actually got about halfway through the entire game. The entire first game. I'm a big Doom fan. I've been playing Doom since it would barely run on a computer. I used to have a computer that could barely run Doom when I was a kid. And I think it's cool to see how far games have come since then, you know. It's cool to have witnessed that evolution, but at the same time, yeah, I think I'm starting to hit that point where I just get left. This is like, you can do stuff like change the level of detail. You can change the resolution. Look at this. If you want it to run better, hang on. You go lower detail. It has a widescreen mode. In case you're on a 16:9 screen. So you could do widescreen or resolution right here. You do 160 by 180, so you can see it halves. It cuts the, what is that? The horizontal resolution in half. Oh, less than that. What is that? 320? Yeah, okay. So it cuts it in half. So it doesn't look that much different, honestly, but watch how much better it runs. It's actually really smooth. So anyway, I think that stuff's just really cool. The fact people take time to do that 30 years after it came out. Man, the DS had some clunky games. The DS is cool though. I like the DS. They have some games you can't play anywhere else like you could on the DS. So like, in order to actually play the game the way it was meant to be played, you have to play it on DS. Or some kind of emulator with like 2 screens. It's similar with well, the Wii. Honestly, the Wii is one of those where like you can't play. I mean, you can emulate it, but you have to have like a Wii remote and all that, you know. I actually really like the Wii. I think the Wii was a underrated console. It got a lot of grief, a lot of flack for being like kid focused and family friendly and all that stuff, but like it had some really good games on it. And I saw someone mention the Wii is one of the best. If you ever get into CRTs, the cathode ray tube televisions, the old big boxy televisions from back in the day, if you ever get into those or own one for some reason, maybe you inherit it or something, I don't know. The Wii is probably the best console to play on the old CRTs because it outputs the 240p native resolution of those old consoles. So you can emulate something like a Super Nintendo or a Mega Drive at the original resolution with a Wii. And you can do it through RGB, like RGB SCART or Component or S-Video. So it'll look really, really good. But someone also mentioned the Wii comes with light guns. The controllers are basically light guns. So that also like opens up a whole bunch of games you can't play anywhere else. So many pixels. Yeah, man, this is it's very interesting time for like independent and homebrew games. I think I honestly think the industry is going to be going through a really rough time in the next 4 or 5 years. And I hate that because I don't think I'm going to be there when it's finished. I think what it's going to transform into and the games that are going to be popular are going to be the kind that I don't want to play anymore. And so that's why I kind of think like I might be done with the new stuff because I don't know, man. Everything is like just live service. Everything is subscription. You know, it's like I don't want to subscribe to my games. I want to buy it. And that's it. I want to just buy it and own it. Ooh, get me from below, all right. Yeah, and just for comparison's sake, like the original version of this game on 32X, it looked like this. It had like a border around it like this at all times. It was like this. So the fact that they got it full screen at all is kind of impressive. But yeah. And they did that obviously to make it run better, but like, get rid of the floor textures if you want. No floor textures. Look at that. No ceiling and no floor. That actually looks like the Super Nintendo version. The Super Nintendo version has no ceiling and no floors. It still runs like hot garbage. Oh, you're right about that. Yeah, the PS3 is I love the PS3. That's a good one too. The only problem I have with the PS3 is the size of the games on that thing are huge. Because they're Blu-rays, and some of the games are, I mean, like God of War, Ascension. Yeah, that game's like, it's like 40 gigabytes or something. It's pretty big. So if you're ripping it from a disc, it takes, I mean, it can take like a full day to rip a game. If you are finding ways to get them through other means, downloading them or something, it still takes a while, you know? Like 40 gig download is still pretty big for one game anyway. Like, especially if you're doing it, because you have to transfer it somehow over to the PS3 and then install it. You know, you don't just play from like a ROM file or an image file. You have to install the game, and installing it on that god-awful slow hard drive. Man, I'm telling you, that was the only bad thing is technology wasn't ready for that size game already at the time. The games were too big. Also, the way the PS3 handled updates was rough. You can put a game in. Oh man, you can buy. Okay, so let's say you go to the store and you find a game you want to play on PS3. A good one for this example is Burnout Paradise. Burnout Paradise is one, if you buy it in the store and you take it home and you put it in the PS3 and you just go, okay, let's update it. And you start updating, the thing updates in order. So it doesn't just update the newest or download the newest update. It has to download every single update in order and install them all. And that game got so many updates that it takes like 3 hours to download and install all of the updates for the game before you can even play it. It is crazy. And so like nowadays, you know, they just install the most recent update, and that includes all of the updates in one download. That's not how the PS3 worked. The PS3 worked totally different way. It's very clunky, but I really do like the PS3. Like, it had a great library. Metal Gear Solid 4 is one of those. I don't think we'll ever see that on another system. I think it was so custom made for the hardware. I don't think we'll ever see. We might, but I would be very surprised if we do. Oh, right into it. Yeah, it can take a while. Just be ready for that. Don't be surprised when it happens. But, you know, once they're installed, and just don't uninstall it. That's all I'll say. It can take a minute. Yeah, it was kind of a transitional period where that system came out. Because they were transitioning into online for the first time. And I remember when the PS3 came out, it didn't have trophies. They had to add trophies later because Microsoft had achievements on the Xbox 360. And So the first PS3 games didn't have trophies. And some of them got some patched in after the fact, but a lot of the earliest ones still don't have trophies. Like, I don't think the original Resistance, for example, has trophies. It might. Maybe they added it. I don't think they did, though. But just stuff like that. Just be aware of, like, the reason why is because Sony they were figuring it out. And then the PS4 is great. That's a very solid system. And that has everything buttoned up, and it's very efficient and very streamlined, and it's a great experience. But the PS3, they went through some growing pains. Awesome library, though. And it has the Uncharted games are good. I like those. I like God of War 3. God of War 3 is crazy good. It's a very, even today, it's a very impressive game graphically. Just everything it was doing is super ambitious. When you play that in God of War Ascension, the fans on the PS3 are so loud it sounds like it's about to take off. It sounds like it's gonna like fly through your wall. Sounds like a jet. Also, make sure you have the PS3 in an open area so it can get a lot of air, because they get very hot. What kind of PS3 do you have? Do you have one of the later models or one of the earlier ones? Is it like a slim or like one of the big fat ones? Oh yeah, that's the way to play it. Good thinking. Oh, I died. Look at that. Time to quit that one. Yeah, the remaster of God of War 3 is really good. I thought it was really good. It was almost not necessary because it doesn't look really that much better than the PS3. And the PS3 runs at 720p, and the remaster ran at 1080p. And the remaster had 0 frame rate drops. It was very solid. But the original game looks really good today. Like, it still holds up really well. They didn't do the remaster of Ascension, which I was upset about. I was looking forward to that, and they never did it. And I was like, why? Why didn't you do it? Ascension's the one that really needs it, because Ascension's frame rate is like 30. It drops into the 30s like the whole time. It's very, I don't know what the word is, but yeah, anyway. Yeah, if you have the OG, well, the OG was like backward. It had a PS2 built into it, so you could play PS2 games on it, backward compatible. All PS3s, though, it doesn't matter if it's the new one, like the Slim, or the big fat older ones. All of them can play PS1 games, the original PlayStation. They all have an original PlayStation emulator built into them, so you can actually put regular PlayStation games into a PS3 and play them. Just so you know that. So if you're ever at a store or something and you see, like, I don't know, some old PlayStation games, you can play them in your PS3, which is pretty cool. Let's see. I don't really know what I want to play right now. Here. Let's see. I think I have to reboot here. Actually, you know what? Let me see how I can do this here. Give me 1 second. I'll be right back. This is a good test. Let's test this. So this will be one is component. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to have the ugly Elgato thing up. That's my fault. Let me put this back up real quick. That way we don't have to have an ugly screen while I set this up anyway. This is kind of interesting. Let's see if I can get this over here on this screen. Okay, what am I missing here? I just redid my setup. So I'm trying to remember what I need to do to get this up on the screen here. Hang on a second. Let me think. Okay, oh right. I have a retro tank. I have to turn it on. Okay. This should bring up. There we go. I'm gonna play this one. Let's see if we get sound. Oh, we do. Good. Okay, cool. I'm just testing this for the first time, so it actually works. This is an old Sega Mega Drive game called Gunstar Heroes. I'm not very good at it, but it's a lot of fun. Let's do free shot. Let's go with this. Let's do this one first. That's funny you say that. Yeah, I have several CRTs now. I've actually been going to what we call estate sales. Estate sales are when someone passes away and all of their belongings are sold. Here in the States, you just kind of go to their house. They kind of set up shop in the person's house, and you get to go through the house and kind of pick up whatever you want that they had and buy it. And so a lot of those older people that are passing away have CRTs, and so I've gone and bought up a few just because I want it, you know, and they don't make them anymore, so it's hard to find any that are in good condition. And a lot of people are taking advantage of them and making them real expensive. So I'm buying cheap while I can. But yeah, I understand that. They do take up a ton of space. I have a 35-inch Sony Trinitron, and it's almost 200 pounds. It weighs almost 200 pounds. I don't know how many kilograms that is, but that's insane. Let me see. Hang on one second. Let me do the math here. Let's see. It weighs about 83 kilograms. And it is very, very big. But it looks so good. It's a very nice TV. But I couldn't get it in my house by myself. I had to have a friend come over and help me carry it in. That's how big the TV is. I'm a pretty big dude. It was like way too big for me. Yeah, it's a big TV, man. It's freaking something. I don't know. And I have that's the biggest one I have. I have a 30-inch that's about 125 pounds, so that would be about what 60 kilograms or so. And then I have a few small ones. I like the small ones personally too. They're about 13 inches in size, which is actually really not very big. But those are the ones that are worth the most because people don't like taking up all the space. So the small ones are very expensive now. And so I've started buying up smaller ones just because they're getting very expensive here. $200-300 US. Like, nope. Not on a 30-year-old TV that's gonna die. Gonna break within a week of me buying it. This is when so I start doing this sometimes with my streams. Watch this. Let's see. I'm gonna turn this one on. You like that? I actually have a monitor that looks exactly like that in another room. It's an old Sony. I got it. I used to work at a television station, and they used it there back in the 90s. And I went into the junk room one day, and they had this monitor in there, and they were going to throw it away. And I said, "Can I have that?" And they said, "It doesn't work." And I said, "It could work. It just needs to be fixed." And they said, "Sure, whatever." So I took it, and I took it to somebody to get repaired, and they fixed it for me. But yeah. That's one of the things I play on sometimes because it's in my bedroom, but it's very small. It's 13 inches, so it's very small. What's also funny is you hear a 35-inch screen and you think that doesn't look very big, but if you see the 35-inch CRT next to like a laptop, like a 15-inch monitor or something like that, or a 32-inch TV that we have today, it is so much bigger. It's crazy. Oop. The bees got me. I can only play this game with this weapon. It's basically cheating. The bosses in this game are cool, though. Hey, this one's kind of lame. Oh, I lost. Continue? Yes. No. Never. Oh, good for you. Yeah, at least you got to experience that, because the thing with CRTs is there's like zero lag. There's no input lag whatsoever. And, you know, it's something a lot of people will never actually own anymore. Like, it's just, like, why? Why would you own it unless you play video games? There's no reason to own a CRT. Really. Like, it's funny, I got into something, so there's a thing called Laserdisc. I got into Laserdiscs last year. I started collecting them. They're basically DVDs. They're like DVDs, but they're the size of a record. They're 12 inches across, 12-inch diameter. So they're huge, and they have two sides. Like, so the movies play on both sides. Halfway through the movie, you have to like flip the disc over. And those only look good on CRTs, basically, because they were made for CRTs, you know. And at the time, it was like that was the best a movie could look at home, anyway. Because you had VHS, the videotapes, which looked awful. It's just a bad format. And then Laserdisc. And Laserdiscs were very, very expensive at the time. I have a player that cost, in 1995, it cost $1,500 US. And that was 30 years ago. So, like, most people didn't have Laserdiscs. But if you have a Laserdisc collection, then you want a CRT. But other than that, there's really no need for CRT. Especially you can get things like a RetroTink, or just use RetroArch. You can use RetroArch. Is it RetroArch or Arc? Anyway, you can use filters. There's overlays and filters and things, shaders. And you get pretty much the same effect. And it's funny, I have a CRT right next to me over here, but I'm playing this on an OLED right now. An LG. Come on, almost got him. 2, 1, 0, boom, defeated. Yeah, see this thing here that I have, this RetroTink, is it called? RetroTink 5X. If you want, you can simulate. Oh, that's funny. You can simulate the overlays of a CRT with it. You see that? It looks terrible on that little screen, but like if I go full screen, you can see it better. Here. So you see all these scan lines you can add? So you can get something like this, and that's usually pretty good too. Although these are expensive. These are several $100s, but you can get one. Or you can do that in RetroArch and just add the scan lines. So yeah, I'll leave it like this. Oh, here we go. Oh no. Crap. There we go. That's good. Yeah, this is like the cheapest weapon you'll ever see in a game. Watch this. This laser, it basically it goes and sticks itself to an enemy, and it just stays on them until the enemy dies. See that? I don't have to do anything. It just goes off the screen and kills everything for you. It's so funny. It's the only way I can beat the game, though. This game gets really hard. I have no shame. I need some health. Low on health already. There we go. A little bit. I'm doing no work at all. Oh no! Oh, he looks upset. These are all different bosses that I'm about to fight. There's about 8 of them right there. So this is kind of cool. This guy like morphs into different... He's like a bot. Like a robot kind of thing. And then he turns into like a gun at one point. Now he's like a dog. So weird. Oh, he got me. Now imagine having to aim at him and do all that while he's doing all that crap. Like, it's really hard if you don't have this weapon. With this weapon, you don't even have to do anything. Just move around. Hold down the attack button. Let's see here. How many more left? 3, 2, 1, 0. There's the gun. I think he has to reload. That's kind of cool. I think that's it for him. Okay, cool. This game is made by a developer called Treasure. And Treasure made a bunch of shooters like this over the years. They also made a game called Sin and Punishment for the Nintendo 64, and then they did a sequel on the Wii. Yeah. They've done a bunch of games though. Radiant Silvergun, Ikaruga. all of them like really good. They did an Astro Boy game, like on the, I think the Game Boy Advance. That was really good. It was very similar to this, actually. You know those companies, like I don't know, like Konami, Kojima. Some people just, it doesn't matter what they make, like what game they make, they just, people will play it. It's like people just, it's kind of how it is with Treasure. Treasure is one of those where if it's made by Treasure, probably worth picking up. No matter when they made it too, like if they made it in the 90s, if they made it today. It's just like, you just know it's going to be good. It's kind of interesting. It's like a board game with dice roll. Oh, the item room. That's cool. I'll take that, and I think I'll leave it at that. Let's fight. PS5, man. It still feels like the PS5 just came out to me. I just don't feel like this generation of consoles has had the same amount of like exclusive software, exclusive games as previous generations, right? Like it just feels like it's been very slow. To me anyway. 'Cause typically by now we would be, I don't know, like Sony would have, if you go look at the PS4, I don't know what games they already released, but they had a lot of exclusives already at this point. And the PS5s had some exclusives, but a lot of them were also on the PS4. So like, it just feels to me like there haven't been a lot of games exclusive to this generation of consoles. They've all been like cross-generation, you know? Which kind of, I don't know. It's kind of a bummer, honestly. I just don't think the PS5's like really been taken advantage of yet. I guess it has. It just doesn't seem like it, you know? Yeah, it was a good call. It's a shame graphics cards got so expensive. That was crazy. I paid an insane amount of money for my graphics card. I have a RTX 4080 in one of my PCs, my main gaming PC, that I bought last year. I think it was 2 years ago. And that's going to last me a long time, because I'm not going to upgrade for a while. They're just way too expensive right now. What's a 5090 cost? I don't even know. It's like $2,000 US? More than that? I can't remember. Stupid. I guess right now they're hard to get, right? So I don't know. Oh, come on. Get the health. Yeah, many years ago, I built a PC. It was like 2007, I think. I built a PC, and I had PCs before that, but that was when I really, like, started buying stuff on Steam and stuff like that, like hardcore, building up a Steam account. And that lasted a long time. I bought a lot of games on PC instead of consoles for many years. And then there's a long stretch there where like a lot of PC games were really buggy when they launched. They would launch in really poor state and need a lot of like configuring and stuff just to get working right. Look at this guy. What a joker. That's stupid little. But like, I got tired of it, man. I got really tired of all the games I was buying not running right. Like I had to wait like 3 months for updates before I could play the game correctly, and I was just like, this is awful. So I stopped buying games on PC a couple years ago because you'd spend like $60 US on them and they don't work. You gotta wait 3 months for them to work right. And I'm like, well, I could have waited and spent $40 instead of $60. You know? Not like I'm really missing that much. So that's when I just started buying and playing old consoles like this because the games are already out. They're already available. You can get them if you know where to look. You can get all of them, basically. So, like... Were you, did you get into arguments and stuff about Xbox versus PlayStation and all that kind of stuff? I think I did that when I was a kid. It was Nintendo versus Sega at the time. Oof. I've read about the Oblivion remake. Yeah, that's rough. That's a shame too, because that game. What's funny is that original version of that game was actually really buggy too, on the Xbox 360 and stuff. Like it was kind of known for being buggy and silly, but like such a high profile. I mean, people look forward to those games like crazy, and that was like a big announcement. And the fact that they're treating it like that is a shame, especially because it's Microsoft, man. It's not like they're out of money. They own Bethesda now, so they should freaking pony up and make it look, you know, make it right. It's kind of a shame. Yeah, it was always Super Nintendo and Sega Genesis when I was a kid. It's like late 90s. I mean, early 90s, sorry. Early 90s, late 80s. This is, let's see, what is it? 20... I guess 22 or 3, basically as old as you are now before you were born. 20 plus years before you were born. It was Nintendo versus Sega. And then Sony came along and just ate everybody's lunch. And that was a crazy time. Like Sony just came out of nowhere with the PlayStation. What? Why is Sony making a console? Like everybody knew what Sony. Like Sony made stuff for years and years and years. Home electronics and stuff, but like video games was like, what? Really? There's a lot of good content out there about how dominant Nintendo used to be in the 80s. I don't know if you ever watched... I watched in the past. I used to watch... There was a YouTube channel, Gaming Historian, I think is the name. he's done a lot of videos on like Nintendo in the 80s and 90s and like how they used to force companies to use their design, their cartridge design and stuff like that, and they had to like sign an agreement essentially that they would not make games. I think they couldn't make a game for any other console, something like that. Anyway, they forced them into like exclusivity deals. Otherwise, you couldn't put a game on their system. It was like, man, I kind of bullied publishers. Oof. Destroyed. Oh. Jesus. That sounds like a mess. It's so weird. Microsoft has made so many strides toward like improving themselves, and they still do really weird stuff and have weird problems that like are hard to explain with their own store and their own services. It's like, why is it like that? Like, I commend them for like putting their games on Steam and stuff like that. Like, that's a huge deal. That's a huge improvement. Because I don't know if you remember the Windows Store. You had to put games. You had to download games from Windows Store for a while. That was rough. And before that, they had a thing, Games for Windows Live, which was horrendously bad. They actually tried in, I guess it was 2006 or so, when Windows Vista came out. They actually tried forcing people to pay for online multiplayer on PC with Halo 2. They tried making people pay for Xbox Live on PC to play multiplayer. Like, they actually tried that at one point. It was really bad. They were really, really bad. So they have come a long way. They are much better now. But then all of a sudden, they still have these weird problems. And it's their own operating system. It's their own environment. Like, it's their own software. And I just don't understand how it can be so bad sometimes, you know? It doesn't make any sense. It's like, are you guys doing this on purpose? Are you really trying to, like, tank your own stuff? I'm getting my butt kicked, man. This sucks. What's sad is that EA with Origin, they had something there a little bit. Origin wasn't that bad, I don't think. It worked pretty well. Ubisoft, before it was Ubi Connect or whatever crap it is now, when it was just I don't know I forget what they called it. Uplay. That's what they called it. Uplay. That was okay too, honestly. It was just kind of, it was there, but it wasn't like invasive, and they didn't force you. Like, I would buy games on Uplay instead of on Steam because I didn't want to open Uplay and open Steam at the same time like you had to at the time. So I would just buy games on Uplay, and they worked fine. I don't know if they still work now, but like, and then they started adding features, and you're never going to be Valve. You're never going to be Steam. Nobody will. Like, Valve has that perfected. They have so much money and time to work on their features that, like, no one can really compete with that, you know? So it's really kind of pointless, too. Microsoft's probably the only company with the amount of resources it takes to actually compete with somebody like Valve. And they're miserable. They can't do it. For whatever reason, they can't do it. Beat that one, barely. Embarrassing. I don't know, we'll see. I mean, look at, even Epic couldn't do it. Epic with the Epic Store. Like, they tried. It's been 5 years. It's still horrible. It took them like 2 years to have a shopping cart. It's like, it's sad. But they don't care. All they cared about was Fortnite. You know. And it showed. Ugh. I don't know how to beat this level. I can't get past it. No, I'm good. Thanks. Let me see here. Ooh, Jurassic Park. Epic Store. Epic Fail Store. I want to play Booger Man. You ever see Booger Man? A pick and flick adventure. The 90s were something else, man. I'll tell you what. It's funny, there's this movie called Demolition Man. Sylvester Stallone. Look at he's farting. He has a flame coming out of his butt when he flies. In Demolition Man, it takes place, I think, in the 2030s. Anyway, in that movie, they refer to like the 1990s and stuff. They say back in the 20th, and I say that sometimes. I go, you know, back in the 20th, we had. Watch this. He gets flushed down the toilet. So stupid. It's a dark and stormy night at Professor Stinkbomb's lab, where a machine has been built to save the world from pollution by existing to dimension excrement. Eccentric millionaire Snotty Ragsdale has taken a job at the lab to investigate its safety and find out exactly where the pollution is going. He has a bad feeling about this latest contraption. This night, his suspicions will come true. Snotty Ragsdale. He's just a common janitor. Animation's really good in this one, actually. You got snot everywhere. Your projectiles that you're throwing at guys, you're picking your nose and flicking boogers at them. Burp. Oh man. I miss stuff like this. This is so stupid. Water. I gotta say though, the animations in this really good, really fluid looking. So it gets points there. Boop, boop. Oh, there it goes. Monkey bars. Monkey bars his way across the snot. Oh, nice. And dig through the trash. Oh, I thought he was supposed to go down there. Plungers. You're picking up plungers. And boogers. Nice. Look in the upper left corner. That little meter up there is your ammunition. And it's a big old... It's a big old string of snot with a finger going into the nose. This is such a weird game. Oh, a burp fire. That's cool. Turn that up a little bit. Oh, nice. That was a cool animation. That melting he did. Back in the 20th, this was an actual video game. The trees. Why is the tree smiling like that? It's so weird. Looks like a crazy tree. Uh-oh. Oh, I thought it was gonna fall. To my death. Let's keep going here. Let's see.
Red! Red!
Rockin' loogies now. So wait, where do I go? How do I get up there? Oh, okay. I thought I would die. Ridiculous.
Cool! Rad! Cool! Rad!
I guess that's what the milk is for. Spitting. Nice.
Cool! Cool! Rad! Cool! Cool! Rad!
Doesn't have a very big vocabulary, does he?
Oh!
Rad, cool.
Oh!
What was that? Okay, whatever. Level 4? Boy, these go on forever. Oh, they got me. Pick and flick adventure. Oh no. I don't have any extra lives. This is it. Music. Not a lot of enemy variety, as there is like 3 enemies total. These little guys, you got these guys, the pale orange guys, those things. The ghosts, weird. That's it. That's all she wrote for this game. Weird. Oh, there's your password. What the hell? Weird symbols. Oh man. Let's see. No bueno. Let's see. Let's see here. This would be. Let's go in here. And see here. Switch to another console here. Let's see. I've got to go change the output from. Oops. Yeah, you're welcome. input as video. And then I think I gotta put the right input on that. There it is. Let me see. I'm gonna do some Sega Rally. Because I haven't played it in a while. And I would like to. No sound. Let's see here. Is this on the right? Okay. Oh, that's bad. That would be why. Gotta turn on the old CRT. There it is. All of my sound is running through my CRT. Because I usually play CRT. I'm on a different console here. Or a different TV. I'm actually gonna switch here. Let's see. I'm gonna face this way. And I got alright. Now I can play on my CRT. Isn't that nice?
Sega Rally Championship.
Sega Rally Championship. Is it still working? Can't tell half the time. Yeah, okay. This
Sega
mic likes
Rally
to come unplugged.
Championship.
Alright. Doing good. Let's see what I can do here. Am I going crazy or is that a crazy thing that on my... Kinda, sorta. Alright, anyway. Alright, let's see if I can do any good time-wise here.
2, 1, go! Easy right. Easy left. Easy right. Over jump. Easy right. Long medium right. Check one. Easy right. Over jump. Easy left. Easy left. Easy right.
Horrible.
Very long easy right, baby.
Hitting the walls like that.
Finish!
I've done better, I've done worse. That was okay. I hardly ever hit the walls like that. been a minute. I haven't played this in a little bit, but yeah. Oof, that is a bad vignette.
3, 2, 1, go! Very long, easy right. Long, easy right, maybe. Very long, easy left. Check one. Medium left. Medium left, maybe. Long, medium right. Caution, hairpin right. Checkpoint. Okay, left. Medium right. Easy right, easy left. Long, medium right. Easy right. Finish!
That was alright. Ooh.
3, 2, 1, go! Easy left. Easy left. Easy right. Easy left. Checkpoint. Okay, left. Medium right, maybe. Long, easy left. Caution, hairpin right. Long, medium left, checkpoint. Easy left. Easy left, maybe. Medium left. Medium right, checkpoint. Easy left, maybe. Easy left, maybe. Long, medium right. Caution, stay left. Easy left. Finish!
And 325. That's alright. I'll take it. Oh, that's
3,
ugly.
2, 1, go! Medium right.
One of the corners of my CRT is like
Medium left.
gouged, but it's
Medium right.
something with a magnet inside. I put a magnet inside and it fell off. The tape came loose.
Long, medium left. Over jump. Medium right. Long, medium left, maybe. Over jump. Medium left. Medium right, maybe. Okay, right. Medium left. Long, easy left, maybe. Caution, medium right, medium left. Caution, medium right, medium left.
Finish! Thank you very much. Sorry, I just put a magnet on top of it. That'll fix it. All right, it's enough of that.
Sega Rally Championship.
I think we get it. Let's see.
Sega Rally Championship.
Okay. That's good enough.
Sega Rally
Let's
Championship.
see. I don't want to play this again. I want to play the Knights. Saru. Here it goes. Sega. Saru. How about that? Let me get this analog stick working here. Big part of this game is the analog controller. Even though it's pretty bad. The actual analog controller they released for this game isn't great. It works well with this one game. The rest of them, not so much. So close. It's about 3. There they are. second left. Not like I got an E rate. I don't even know what E means. Pretty bad, obviously. Stuck. Shit. Oh well. I screwed that one up. I don't know where the exit is. Right back there, I guess. This level's horrible. The design is just trash. What are you doing? Get away from the clock. You don't go toward it. Genius. Where's the old thing? F. Got an E. I never got an E before, I don't think. okay? Hey Alan, this is Nights into Dreams, Sega Saturn. The old Yuji Naka Team Sonic game. It's weird that this Team Sonic decided to make this game on the Saturn instead of the Sonic game. Let's go figure. This and Burning Rangers, which is like, what? Not even adjacent to Sonic in any way. Just the most random choices for games. I'm really just testing out my new setup. I ran my retro tank into my setup like permanently, and basically all of my retro consoles I can play on my CRT and stream at the same time. All I have to do is just switch to them. So it's pretty cool. But I wasn't sure if audio would work and all that stuff, so I'm testing it. I'm gonna hack a little bit in a little bit. I'm getting tired. I tried playing Doom Dark Ages earlier, and I was just unable to have any success tonight. So I quit early. The game has taken me a minute to adjust to. I think Doom Eternal took me a bit to get to, but it's so fast-paced I think I liked it a little more. D is for done. Somehow I got a C. Lower score, better grade. What? There's a lot of stuff in Dark Ages that's too slow, man. I don't know if it's too slow or if it's just that coming off Doom Eternal, it comparatively is very slow, you know? Like, if Doom Eternal didn't exist, I probably wouldn't have as much a problem with the game. Adjusting to it anyway, because I've been playing Doom Eternal for 5 years, right? Like, so I'm just so used to it that having to like start from scratch and relearn a game in a series that I've been playing for 30 years. You know, come on. This makes me feel stupid. I don't like feeling stupid when I play games. That's why I tend not to play puzzle games outside of like Resident Evil and stuff that I already know the solutions to. Like, I'm good. Time's almost up. Hurry up. Oh man, that's brutal. So long. Oh wow, another one? Jesus. That's silly. What a waste of time. You have to like fly through this part of the level to get to these things because you can't skip these. There's like mandatory. Yeah, you little stupid. Boom. What a loser. What a loser kid. Hope he gets bullied. No wonder he gets bullied. He's a dork. Hear him jumping through the rings like an idiot. I wonder why it's glitching out like that. It's weird. Oh, it's the cat. No, it's Riala. I don't remember how to beat this game. Oh right, you gotta do rings around him. What? Gotcha. He's trying to do rings around me, and then I do rings around him. If you do these right here, you complete a ring like that. Oh, a loop, I guess you call it a loop. Then whatever's inside the loop gets hit. Or, like, destroyed, basically. I can sit here and listen to this music, like, all night. Fall asleep to it. bit of a delay in the sound in my headphones. Anyway. See if this console works. All right. I need a new battery in my Dreamcast. What sucks is it's like soldered onto the controller board. So in order to change the battery, you have to desolder and resolder on a new one. Or you can buy these like kits that have a replaceable I don't know what you call it, like a little battery holder. But the thing is, those are like $100, and I'm like, I'm not spending that money just for a battery when the date and time don't mean anything on this thing anyway. Whatever. I was gonna do some Sega Rally 2 before I go to bed. Much harder than Sega Rally 1, and I'm much worse at it. I've only finished first in this game one time. Okay. Let me see something. I thought so. My capture device is acting up real quick. Not good, not good. Well, it's not working anymore. Isn't that cool? Let me see what I can do. I love technical errors like this. Let me see. Yeah, my thing just doesn't want to work anymore. I was getting like this weird delay with the sound. And so I thought it might be some something happened and it got out of sync, and then boom, it froze. I'm like, awesome. My capture card froze. And I don't know how to unfreeze it without restarting my computer, which I'm not going to restart the stream. We're too far gone for that one. Let's see. Usually you can just deactivate and activate it. Let me see if I can disable and re-enable it through. Where are you? Sound. There you are. Disable. Yes. No. Yeah, my capture card froze, and I don't know why. Who would know why? Well, I know why. It's because it's made by Elgato. That's why it froze. Their stuff is okay, but, you know. Only sometimes. Oh well. Man, that's a bummer. I wanted to play. What's it called? Oh well. I wish it was it's an internal card, so I can't just like unplug and replug it in as if it was a USB card. If it was a USB thing, I could just, you know, yank the cord. Oh well. How far are you in Doom Dark Ages? I'm like 6 levels in or something like that. Not very long. Not very far in. I don't know how much farther I'm going to get before the... I wanted to wait till the path tracing patch dropped. Could the... You know... Not that I'll be able to run it that well, but still. It's like they released the game and then they announced this like very significant update shortly thereafter. And I'm like, well, why don't I just wait for that to come out to play it? Interesting. Two chapters left. Wow. How long have you been playing? Do you know your hour total? It's a pretty long game, right? El gato. That's Spanish for the gato. Let's see. Well, that's reassuring. Windows security. Actions recommended. Okay. Your computer's gonna die. Everyone you love is gonna get hacked. Let's see. No, I'm not gonna uninstall it. No. That's still pretty long. That's more time than I usually put into games. I've been playing all these old retro games that you can beat in like 30 minutes. So to me, 15 hours is like an eternity now. Man, there used to be a time, I remember, like, below 10 hours used to be like, yeah, right, I'm not spending money on that. Back in, like, the 2000s, like the early 2000s. You had 10 to 20 hour games like on the regular, it seemed. So I remember the game Black on Xbox and PlayStation 2 coming out, and you could beat it in like 8 hours. And people were like, "Wow, what a short game! That's laughable for $50." And then there was Halo 2. When Halo 2 came out, you could beat the campaign in like 5 hours. It's really short. And people were like, "What? What a ripoff!" Without the multiplayer, it wouldn't be worth playing. Now it's like, you know. Yeah, I don't know. I'm used to, I guess that's pretty fair for Doom. Modern Doom anyways, about that long in general. The ones I can't do is like Assassin's Creed, like Odyssey and stuff like that. I can't. I look at the map and I just nope out now. I just go, nope, can't do it. Like I was playing Grand Theft Auto 3 not too long ago because of the Dreamcast port that was done. It made me just fire up and start playing a little bit of GTA 3 again. And the GTA 3 is so small. You just look at the map and you're like, that's it? Yeah, Valhalla, I played like an hour. Because I'll pay for whatever it's called, whatever their Game Pass service is called. I'll pay for that sometimes just to play like the new Assassin's Creed or something. And like, I did that with that thing and I played it for like an hour and I was like, no, I'm good. I can't do this again. Because I did play Odyssey for a good bit and then it was just so overwhelming. Because I beat Origins. Like into the ground. I played that one a lot. And then Odyssey came out, and I played that one a lot too, and I didn't finish it. I mean, I think I finished the story, but I didn't finish the game. And then, like, Valhalla, I was like, okay, let's see what it's like with their little Game Pass service. And then I rented it, basically, and then I was like, yeah, I can't do this again. I can't do it anymore. Like, in general, I don't think there's a game out there that I could put, like, 100 hours into in a single gameplay, like single save. You know what I mean? Like I can put 100 hours into a game by playing it over and over and over repeatedly. But like one save of like beginning to end, like 100+ hours, I can't do anymore. At least I don't think I can. Maybe I don't. Maybe I can. It'd have to be the right game. I can't think of a game that would keep my attention that long. Because to me, it's just like, I don't know. You know what, though? If I'm paying $80 for a game like GTA 6, if I bought that and it's like 80 or 100 whatever dollars, I'll probably make myself, just so I don't feel like I wasted that money, I would probably make myself play through it at that price. And that's why. Just because it's so expensive. If it wasn't that expensive, I'd be like, yeah, screw it. Whatever. Oh well, this isn't coming back. I can't get the capture card back again. I'd have to play something on my PC, which I can't stream. I can't really stream from my streaming PC. It's not really that powerful. It's kind of old. It has a 5900X CPU in it, if that tells you anything. A Radeon. What is it? Not Radeon. Ryzen. 5900X. So that's what? 2020? 2019? Something like that. It's a long time ago. And then the GPU is only a 3080 Ti, so. I could play like Among Us. I could stream Minecraft maybe. But that's about it. I can't do much else, unfortunately. I could do some sort of nope, I can't even do that. It's like I could do some sort of like watch along, like watch YouTube videos or something. But what's the point of that? That's boring. That's boring. I'm looking at stream. I don't really look at the interface. I use Streamlabs for my streams, and I'm looking at the interface and like the ads they have inside this thing now. Where they're trying to get me to upgrade, you know. They want me to pay for like the subscription stuff, and I'm like, I would never use that in my life. I would never use that. Streamlabs desktop Ultra. How much does this cost? Conveniently, they make you click on it to see the price. They don't give you the price, and they actually $189 a year, $27 a month, $27 a month for streaming software for OBS. It's literally just OBS with like their custom plugin crap all over it. Jesus. It's more than Netflix. Like, what are you doing? OBS is free. I get, okay, you can stream to multiple platforms. Don't most, like, if you're like a big time streamer, like on Twitch, don't they basically ban you from like also simultaneously like simulcasting on like YouTube and Facebook and all? You can't do like one stream on all of them, right? So that seems like it's pretty useless for those people. Like, that's the only person I think could pay $200 a year for this would be somebody that's like making money at it, and actually it kind of pays for itself. But I don't think you can even do that. Like, if you're a big YouTuber, I don't know if they'll let you like live stream on Twitch at the same time. Premium overlays. Access all App Store apps. Okay. Collab. What does that say? Collab cam up to 11 guests. So you can have like 11 other streamers on your stream at once, is what that sounds like. That sounds like a nightmare. You're doing like I guess for multiplayer sessions and stuff, you can have like a 12-person stream, but God, that sounds convoluted. Like, how many people? I don't know if I could follow what's going on with a dozen streamers on one stream at once. Maybe like if they're in a room together, you know, like Giant Bomb or something. But like, and I can't think of a more miserable thing to watch than a dozen streamers at once. Golly, you're like questioning your life decisions at that point, I think. If you have a dozen streamers that you're watching talk and like play something all at once, that's when you start like emptying out your medicine cabinet and throwing away your liquor and like you start going like, what did I do? Oh man, where am I headed? My life is, oh my God, I need help. And then you check yourself into a rehab clinic. And then they say, what are you in for? And well, I've had a dozen streamers on my screen at once. And they went, a dozen streamers, holy Jesus. Wow. I've never heard of that. That's insanity. I just killed 3 people. That's the only reason I'm in here. But you were watching a dozen streamers. God, man, I got nothing on you. And so, like, And so on and so forth. A dozen streamers. What a worthless tier. Hey, come upgrade. Oh yeah, what do I get with it? Well, you can pretend that you have friends. It's one of our best features. We help you pretend you actually have friends. Let's see, what else? Pro tier across the rest of the suite. That's just lazy. And many more ultra features. Like, it's just, that's the laziest synopsis I've ever seen. They give you like 6 or so actual like upgrades over the free tier. And then the last one is like, and all the upgrades are just like, you're pro. You get a pro level over the regular tier. And then the final one says pro tier access, pro tier across the rest of the suite. So like, it's like, well, you get pro level, pro tier for all these things. And then the final perk you get is pro tier for everything else. So they could have just wrapped all of it into one bullet point that says pro tier for everything. But they broke it up into like 5. Dual output. 3 plus destinations is one of them. Let's see. Many more ultra features, which they're not going to list. The free tier gives you dual output, and it says 1 platform plus TikTok. So I guess TikTok doesn't count as a platform. Who writes this crap? $200 a year, man. $27 a month. That math doesn't work out. $27 a month times 12 is like over $300, right? Whatever. I'm never gonna like subscribe to any of this stuff. I think I still use this like graphic package, the overlays and stuff I have. I found them like 6 years ago, and I made these like transitions, these kind of things. These right here. Like the flyby stuff. But like, I just don't feel compelled to do anything else. I don't care. As long as I can go live. Whatever. There's nothing to do. I've looked through all of the like, the streaming graphics you can download and stuff, like and I'm just like, everything's ugly. Everything sucks. Everything's like RGB, or like it looks like, I don't know. It looks like some kid went crazy with InDesign or something, and just sits there and just like comes up with crap all the time, and it all sucks. And you're like, I'm not paying for that. And I don't want that crap on my screen. I hate like because I see streamers all the time with like the sub notifications and all that stuff. I'll never have that on my stream. I hate that stuff. God, it drives me crazy. Like, I don't even like putting my camera up. I don't like putting the chat box up. I just want the screen of my gameplay. That's really all I want on my streams. But like, I don't know. So I try to keep it as minimal as possible. I can't stand having all the noise, all the clutter. Because man, I'll see some streamers and they've got like some crazy animations everywhere. It looks like, I don't know. I don't know what it looks like, but it doesn't look good. And it doesn't look like anything I want. So that stuff's crazy. It's insanity. And they'll do like the little like gifs of themselves dancing. I say gif, not gif. They do the gifs of themselves dancing anytime somebody like follows or subs to them, and it has some stupid like tone that plays, and then you can't hear what they're saying anymore. The only ones I like are like when they had like the text to speech bot where you can like make it say something to them in that crappy AI voice, or you can do like they'll do like games or something. But like most of the time I'm just like, no, I don't want any of that stuff on my stream. Unless I get paid for it, and then, you know, I don't have any ethics. Zero ethics right here. I'll pretend I do until I'm paid not to, and then I'm a total sellout. Which is fine with me. Yeah, I was playing Saturn on Doom earlier. Really? Is that really what you were doing, Don? I don't think you can do that. I was playing Doom on Saturn. Now that's something I can do. And there's this version out now that fixes the game, because the original game is horrendously bad. Like, it's really bad. Like, it's worse than the Super NES version, which doesn't make any sense at all. But anyway, some modder fixed it, and it was pretty cool. I did a stream earlier today about it. Or I played through like half the game on stream earlier. But I'm doomed out. I played Doom then, and then I played Dark Ages, and then I struggled at Dark Ages, and I got pissed off and quit. And I was like, that's it. No more Doom today. And I'm looking now at my stream from earlier, and I'm just like, I almost rather play that again than play Dark Ages right now. It's pretty good. It actually turned out pretty well. I'm surprised at how playable it is now. The original it's absolutely unplayable. I mean, it's so choppy. It's just like you can't get anywhere in it. Especially on a harder difficulty. Like, but now it's pretty good. Streamlabs Ultra. Premium features for your stream. Don't know who came up with that amazing language. There's a lot of features in OBS, man. It's pretty impressive. I used to work in television, and like a video switcher to be able to switch a show like you can do now with streams is insanely expensive, and it's like very complex and hard to set up. And OBS can be hard to set up too, but it's amazing how feature-rich OBS is for being free. I'm always amazed at that. I'm always amazed at like everything you can do with it. You could legitimately like, I mean, and they do like live streams of like, you know, FGC tournaments and stuff. Like all of that stuff is essentially just like something that used to be done with $500,000 in equipment. Now it's like a laptop and a free piece of software. Yeah, you got, I don't know, a whole bunch of stuff you can do. I should probably go through and figure out something, change it up a little bit, but I don't really care. I'm too lazy. Background music. How do you mute that? Gotta go to Mixer. Man, I miss Mixer. Speaking of, turn it up. hate that like Twitch and YouTube and whatever else are the only thing. Is Kick still around? I guess Kick's still a thing, right? Maybe I should go stream on Kick. I don't know. If it's not a thing, maybe I should make it a thing. What else is there? There's other, Facebook still have a gaming thing? Do they still have gaming streamers and stuff? What a miserable experience. I can't imagine streaming on Facebook. Are you streaming for, like, elderly people? Because that's who uses Facebook. You're playing... I'll play Doom the Dark Ages. So some, like, 85-year-old grandma can check out what the Slayer's been up to in between games. Because she's a big fan. She's been playing Doom since 1993. Oh man, I was in an estate sale, 2 weeks ago. And I saw a old computer. It was an old 486 33 megahertz computer. And I almost bought it. I couldn't test it. The house it was in was so old that the outlets on the walls didn't have a ground plug. It only had the positive and negative. There was no ground. So I couldn't plug it. I didn't want to plug it in to a 2-prong outlet and risk breaking it. So I just left it. But I almost bought that thing. I think they wanted like $50 for it or something. It was pretty high. And there's no guarantee it worked. And there's no returns on those things. You can't bring it back. If it doesn't work, you're stuck with it. So you have to like sell it or trash it or something. But it reminded me of when I first played Doom back in 93. And my computer, our family computer, I didn't have a computer. Our family had a computer. Our family computer couldn't run the game. Because Doom was actually, like, really demanding. If you can believe that. But I'm pretty sure that computer was, like, the minimum requirements for Doom. Like, I think it was actually a 486 33 megahertz computer is what they recommended for the first release of it. Oh, I'm wrong. It was a 486 processor operating at a minimum of 66 megahertz. Megahertz, by the way, not gigahertz, megahertz. As in like 0.66 gigahertz. No, I'm sorry. 0.066 gigahertz. Yeah. So 0.066 gigahertz is what that computer ran at. 8 megabytes of RAM. $40 megabytes of hard disk space. Okay? You better free up 40 megs of hard drive space for Doom. Or you're not going to be able to play it. That's how it was back in the day. It was really crazy. It was like 40 megabytes? Are you serious? That's massive. Holy, why would you need that much space? What could possibly be taking up 40 megabytes? And now it's like 40 megabytes. Wow, that's very efficient. That's so tiny. It's such a small game. I don't even think you can download 40 meg. Like, I think there's a minimum download size now. And I think 40 megabytes is below it. It's a federal law. You have to have at least 45 megabytes for a download to actually go through. How times have changed. I remember the shareware of Duke Nukem 3D was like 36 megabytes. Not the whole game, just the first episode. And man, that was huge. That was like, what? Only a third of the whole game is 36 megabytes? Wow, that's like 100 megabytes total for the whole thing. That's where this is getting out of hand. 100 megabytes for a game. I cannot believe we've let things get so out of control that we have 100 megabyte installs now. I remember paying $100 for 64 megabytes of RAM from Best Buy. That was 2000. That was probably like late 90s. And I got ripped off. I could have got that for like 30 bucks on eBay or something, but I paid 100 bucks for 64 megabytes of RAM. Yeah, that was like a old AMD system that I put together to play Unreal Tournament. Crazy how things have changed, man. Like right here, I have sticks. Each one of these is 32 gigabytes. And I have 4 of them. I have a computer at my job that has 256 gigabytes of RAM. And a 48 gigabyte graphics card. It's one of those RTX, what do they call them? They used to be Quadro cards. Now they're just, it's like the RTX A6000 or something like that. It's about a $6,000 graphics card. A6000. That is a camera. No. Let's see. RTX. Yeah. Oh, here, you can get it on Amazon. It's only $5,000. Get it from eBay, it's $6,800. Almost $7,000. Yeah, $7,000 GPU. And it doesn't play games very well. I actually have the old, so my old computer at work got deprecated and they were gonna junk it, and I asked if I could take it home and they said sure. So I got to take it home, and that one is a Quadro card, and that has 24 gigabytes of RAM, and it actually plays some games okay, surprisingly. It's basically a GTX Titan from, I would say, 2015, something like that. I think it's a Titan from 2015. It's basically what it is. But I think it has fewer CUDA cores or something. So anyway, it's not as fast as a Titan, but because they're made to run cooler for like video editing and stuff. That's what I do, is video editing. So like they're made to run cooler so they don't get the clock speeds quite as high. So they're not as good for gaming, but they're good for like rendering and editing and stuff like that. Yeah. And that one, I don't know how much that one's worth. What is that? It's Quadro. A5000, 24 gigabytes. I don't know. I don't know which which one mine would be, but anyway. I'm seeing anything from $1,300 to $600. Something like that. 24 gigs of RAM, I should run some AI models on it. Make some money. I don't think I could do that. Fun stuff. So this is what happens when my capture card freezes. Just FYI. I should go to sleep. That's the thing. I should be in bed. But instead, I'm sitting here rambling for no reason. You feel like a crazy person when you're streaming. Because there's no one in the room with you. But you're just expected to talk. Is that my phone? Oh, that's nice. Somebody liked my post on Blue Sky. I posted a picture or a video of this room earlier. I have it now to where I can output any console to any of the screens in my room. So I can get video on the CRT, on the OLED, or on my gaming monitor over here, my PC monitor. And I had a video I made of, I think it was Mario 64 running on all three. And I just kind of panned around the room as I was running around with the analog stick. I didn't intend for that to happen. I didn't intend for every screen to be tied to the consoles, but it just kind of happened by accident. I thought it was kind of funny. I was like, oh, that's kind of neat. Never going to use it. Yeah, good times. All right, what time is it? I should probably go to bed. It's wow, it's that late. Okay, cool. I don't know if I'm gonna stream tomorrow. I might. I'm almost done with Darksiders. Should I finish Darksiders tomorrow? I don't have very far to go in that one. And then I've got I started Wind Waker HD the other day. I'm still in the beginning of that one. I kind of want to play through that again just because I know you can get the fast sale. Remember the changes they made for the Wii U version? You can get the fast sale and you can like basically cut through a lot of the crap with that thing. So I might try that again. Because I haven't played that game in a long time. So we'll see. I don't know. Maybe I'll play Watch Dogs on Wii U. I have the physical copy of that. I can't believe that even came out for the Wii U. It got delayed, and finally it came out. And I'm like, why did you even make that for this thing? This system can barely run Darksiders, and they try to put Watch Dogs on it. I'm surprised my Wii U doesn't just burst into flames when I start it. I can imagine that. You just start the game and it just unalives itself because it can't handle it. Gamepad explodes. All right, I'm gonna head to bed. I'm friggin' tired. I gotta get up tomorrow. I gotta get up and do something because I don't go to church. So I have a ton of free time in the morning, and it makes me feel justified in not going to church. It's the right call because I get a lot done. I might eat something for breakfast. I might I can't think of anything else. But yeah, definitely a good use of time. See ya, dude. Y'all have a good one. I will see you when I see you. I'll probably hop on tomorrow. Yeah, I'll probably hop on tomorrow. I'll probably finish Darksiders at the very least tomorrow, and then I might try Doom the Dark Ages again. I just have to be like awake and alert in order to play that game, because if you're like drowsy at all, you get destroyed. So anyway, I'll see you tomorrow. Just look for the notification. I don't know what time. Probably like 8 or so Eastern, but don't hold me to that. See you then. Take it easy.